Now travel along with Jeff Deaver and the gang as they hunt and fish in God's great outdoors. It's outdoors like you've never seen it before. Extreme Christian Outdoors. Welcome to another edition of Extreme Christian Outdoors. Let's see what Middle Georgia has to hold for Pastor Joe Bufford.
We are hunting. It is July the 29th. We're down here in Washington County, Georgia, hoping to put some hogs on the ground tonight. We have an outdoor event coming up, and we're glad you're joining with us here on Extreme Christian Outdoors. My name's Joe Bufford, and we're looking forward to having a great time tonight. Our host this afternoon is Scott Nyman, and he's been kind enough to bring us down here, and we're looking forward to a wonderful time. Come along with us as we go avoid rattlesnakes and ticks and hopefully find some wild hogs.
If you just follow them orange streamers, you'll get down. Stands not but about 60 yards down the hill. I walk down there.
There's our stand. This is where we're going to make home away from home till dark. It's 6:30. And I got some great trails coming in here. It's probably about 95 degrees.
Feels like 110.
But we're going to see what we can do. Scott says they're coming in right at dark. And we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. You're with us on Extreme Christian Outdoors. Getting ready to head up the stand here. But folks, one thing we always want to do is make sure we're safe. So we'll unload our firearm until we get back up the tree and ready to hunt. It's 7:30, folks. We're still waiting patiently. It's still hot. It's probably 90 degrees at least. Scott said when we left the trailer it was 97. Fortunately, we have our thermocell with us, and it is keeping the mosquitoes off of us. I don't know who invented that thing, but it was a great invention. It's 7:40. Scott says they've been coming in 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Crickets have started chirping. So we're just anticipating in the next 20 minutes that we might get a shot at something here. The old hogs have they've cleaned up everything under the feeder, and it's feeding them at morning time and then again at noon time. And there's 50 pounds of corn that's disappeared out of the trap. So if we don't get something this evening, Scott's going to reset the trap, see if he can't catch multiple pigs. Well, folks, it's 5 minutes to 8. It's getting that prime time. The sun's dropped behind the trees.
Well, folks, it doesn't look like Washington County is going to be the one to produce this evening. I guess we better get our act together and move on over to Butts County, not too far away.
Morning, everybody. It is quite exciting. Today is September the 11th, opening day of bow season. We're looking forward to going to a new spot this morning. We've never been on this property for deer hunting before, but we've discovered a pretty good trail. Hopefully we've got a lot of does coming through. Who knows, we may have a surprise buck come through. We'll be glad to see anything this morning. I'm excited. I've got Jess with me today. He's 8 years old, as well as Ryan, my 13-year-old son. He's running the camera this morning. It's a little warm outside. It's close to 70, and it's going to be around 93 today. So if we do harvest something, we'll have to get to it quick. But it is dry. We're glad you're with us. Come along. So we have our adventure opening day of bow season, September the 11th, 2010. Glad you're here this morning. All right, it's 7 o'clock. We're finally set up in our Ameristep blind on a creek bottom. There's a road down below us. You'll see it when it gets daylight. The deer are crossing on a trail about 20 yards in front of us, coming off this creek bottom. And there's another road comes in from the right. And so they walk up and down this road. You might can hear a lot of traffic. We're near a roadway. There are a lot of deer on this property. Hasn't been hunted in a couple of years. It was clear cut last year. So we're anxious to see what will turn up today. We'll be happy to see anything. We'll be more happy to take home a little meat. So hope you enjoy the show. It's about 8 o'clock. The only thing we've seen are a few mosquitoes, a couple of birds. We just stuck a wild boar. Didn't even know there were pigs on this property, and just hammered one. Cow. So, I've never shot a wild boar before, but we just put just buried a muzzy into a wild boar. I have never shot a wild hog, but we just stuck one. Hopefully we got a good hit on him right in the shoulder. He is a huge hog.
It looked like a cow at first.
this buried and muzzy, hopefully deep in the shoulder of that hog. He come right off the creek bottom, down to our right. Huge, huge pig. And
I just looked over there.
I am almost speechless. I have never seen a wild hog before. And I've
In
never...
your life, but you've seen it on TV.
Yeah, we've seen it on TV, little buddy. But we just smoked one, didn't we? Give me 5. Meat wagon.
Pigs, when they take off, they don't play around.
Yeah, he cut out of town.
Yeah, I had something on during the first weeks of the phone.
Going to get some bacon.
I had some slipping on boots. What?
Sitting right up in there about 15, 20 feet. He come out from the right over here.
Yeah.
I shot him right down here.
Last Saturday when we were out here, I found a snake. Snake hunt.
Well, he was standing right here when I shot him. He turned and went through yonder. Got a broken arrow. Is he alive? He's in the creek. Is he dead?
No, he's moving.
Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Put it in the right spot, it will.
Where should I hit him at?
Right under the ear.
Yeah.
Here in both seasons.
All right. Watch out. Yeah. I appreciate y'all coming. Which way you gonna go, Eddie?
We're going to try to go
Up in them lungs, though. Well, there we go, folks. Opening day.
See how hard that is right there? Solid plate.
Opening day of bow season, and thank goodness for friends, or he'd still be in the creek.
Yeah, he's been cut. That one I shot.
That's what I was going to say, man, because he ought to be a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, he ought to be a whole lot
He's
bigger. Well, they
he's a
say
big
if you
pig.
cut 'em, they're not as aggressive.
We're down here in
They grow
Butts
bigger
County,
teeth,
Georgia.
and they grow
Some
bigger.
folks say that there are no pigs down here, but here's the proof.
Not as aggressive.
We're down here in
They grow
Butts
bigger
County,
teeth,
Georgia.
and they grow
Some
bigger.
folks say that there are no
Because
pigs
once you
down
cut 'em,
here, but
they're not fighting
here's the proof.
For breeding rights. So they quit fighting.
Yeah, I bet he still fights.
Now I got a buddy that get one like that in a trap. He'd jump in there and cut him. They'd pull him out, tape his mouth, they'd cut him and let him go. I shook his hand twice and told him he's a bigger man than I am.
Well, here we are. We finally got the hog out of the woods, out of the creek bottom, thanks to some good friends whom I called on, and they responded. I appreciate it very much, because as you can tell, I certainly wouldn't have been able to get him out by myself. I had both my boys with me, Ryan and Jess. We're going to estimate our guess. He's somewhere between 200 and 250 pounds, probably a little closer to 250. You can see his cutters. He got some sure enough cutters on him. When we got to him, he still had a little life to him, and we finished him off there. Made a good shot. The old muzzy hit him right square in the shoulder. Probably buried 6, maybe 7 inches of the air shaft in him. He broke it off within 10 feet. But that muzzy got up in there, and he didn't go maybe 20, 25 yards, went right to the creek and laid down, and that's where we found him at when we got to him. But he was wounded bad enough he couldn't get up out of the creek. And thank goodness we didn't have to chase him and didn't get chased by him. We were sitting there this morning. It was around 8:30. Me and Ryan and Jess, we had set up a little blind, and I thought all the tracks I'd seen crossing the road were all deer tracks, but as I was educated on this morning, a lot of them were pig tracks, wild hog tracks, or feral hogs, as we have here in Georgia. And This one came out by himself. Came off the creek bottom, and he crossed the road exactly like we wanted him to, and he fortunately stepped into one of the shooting lanes that I cut out yesterday, and hit him right square in the shoulder, and he turned and went away from us, and ran all of about 20 yards and give it up. It was quick. It happened fast. Both the boys happened to be sound asleep this morning. I woke them up as soon as he stepped out, and Ryan was working the camera. He got it cut on for us, and fortunately we were able to get the kill shot on camera there. But this is as wild as it gets in Butts County, Georgia. There are no fences where this one come from. He was roaming free on a creek bottom on a 145-acre tract that I was on this morning. And now the real fun begins. We've got to cape him out and be careful of finding a broadhead. Fortunately, a good buddy of mine, Scott, has harvested a number of hogs and knows how to take care of these rascals. So we're fixing to get to work. Good thing is we've got barbecue and pork chops and bacon coming, and that will be an absolute blessing to my family, and hopefully we can share it with others. His nose is touching the ground, Scott. Is that where we want it?
Well, to start with, I don't want it over my head to start with.
Okay.
I'm running.
Getting ready to cut the pig open here. Folks can talk about broadheads all day long. That's a Muzzy MX3, 100 grain, right square in that hog's shoulder, and he didn't make it 20 yards. So you want to talk about a Muzzy moment, and you want to talk about what a broadhead will do. I am a firm believer of Muzzy broadheads. We just pulled this broadhead out. The eastern arrow was actually broken twice. Once inside of him, and he broke it off of his shoulder. Hit him square in his left shoulder, and we just pulled the broadhead out of the opposite shoulder, and have one little nick on it. Has one little nick right here. But other than that, that broadhead is good to go. It will definitely be used again as soon as we get some new blades on it.